Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel. It's the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and it's his first replay that he's sent in a while, because of course both him and his partner Angelina have been ill. Well, they've been suffering symptoms similar to pneumonia. They're not the only ones, actually. The Queen of England has also been suffering from pneumonia just recently, and a lot of people have been under the weather. I mean, in a big way, not just a mild flu or a cold. They've actually had full-blown pneumonia, which really can drain you as a person. Very, very difficult. Even their little boy has also been suffering. Remy has been under the weather as well. Well, he's got the stock howitzer talents, so he's actually gone fairly close to the railway line and a little closer to the enemy than usual, because of course he's trying to get shots. And that enemy got way too close, and he actually took some punishment. CDT suffered 153 hit points of damage. Now, this 15cm howitzer, it's the stock howitzer from the Grilla, is capable of 480 alpha, and it reloads fairly fast as well. Okay, he's lining up another shot on the CDT. Notice how it quickly dials in. Rounds out. Direct hit. Right on the front. Oh, is somebody on fire? Yeah, I think somebody caught fire after that shot. Very nice. If that was the CDT, I'm not sure if it was, but certainly somebody caught fire. Now, to read those figures again, 480 alpha, 38mm of pen, 6.7 meters on the burst radius, between 6.5 and 10.5 seconds of stun. And the CDT is gone. Now, it is short range because it won't fire over the entire range of the map, but it does have a very high trajectory. And that means that it's also fairly accurate. It means if any enemy tank tries to hide behind an object, he's more than likely going to get hit. Now, at this point, from this position, you can see that Talon can actually fire into the enemy rear, because he's close enough to get a shot in that direction. But the rescue is ovoid, which means it's almost maximum range. Now he's lining up a shot on that Hellcat. Climbs the hill, rounds out. Well, that was very close to the Hellcat. He's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel, and he's got loads of marks of achievement around the side of the vehicle, so we know that he loves this Arty a lot. AMX 12 ton, rounds out. Picks up more splash, 121. Now, the enemy Arty in this game is a Hummel and an M44. We don't know if these players are using the stock gun or the top gun. More than likely, the M44 will be playing with the top gun, but the Hummel might actually have the stock gun if he knows that that's the best one. Over on the other side of the battlefield, we see this M4A3E8. Oh! Well, he got a lot of damage, 188, and he got some assist. And the E8 has been wiped out. He's killed by our M44, who's right over on the west side of the field. And he's loaded again. The standard reload with this howitzer is actually 25.21 seconds, if I remember correctly. Or is that 25.31? Yes, my eyesight does need checking every now and then. So he is actually reloading this with 20.50 seconds, which is actually quite fast. But remember, the fastest reload time used to be the M44, which could actually reload in about 15.6 seconds. Wargaming knew and got so many complaints from the non-Arty players that they nerfed it, and now it's got the worst reload time from all the tier 6 other than the AMX 13F3.
That was close.
And that's how he did just a quick movement to change position to throw off the enemy Arty if they're trying to get him. And look at that, the M44 wasn't looking in his direction, but he's on the move, rounds out, and he goes. Now we've got an M4A376 wet. He was leading that target, but he lost sight of it. And now we can see him. And our guy's close enough for proximity, so he can just line up the shot, rounds out, and I don't know which one stunned him first, but I have a feeling it wasn't Talon. Talon's team's doing very well. There's 7 up on the enemy. And there goes the M4, so he's out the game. There's only 4 enemies left. We've got a T150 who's now receiving a lot of punishment, and Talon's about to add to that. That was the M44, rounds out. He got some off that one as well. 53 hit points. There's only 3 enemies remaining, including their Hummel, their 88 and their Dicamax, and now Talon can get much closer to the enemy because he knows the game's going to be over very shortly. We know at least one of the enemy is over this side, the 88, because he was seen over here. We don't know where the Hummel is, but we suspect he's over here as well. And there he is. That's the Tracer. Rounds out. And the 88 comes into sight. The M44 is hitting him. Dicamax is gone, which now means there's only 2 left on the enemy team. And that 88 is going to get a lot of punishment in the next couple of minutes. So Talon needs to put a round into him, get some stun assist, rounds out. He gets the hit, stunned the guy, and he is picking up. And yes, he did. He got the track damage, and there's the Hummel. And that's the end of the game. It's all over. It's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the 3rd class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the Hummel. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7. He got a Confederate medal for damaging more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and his win rate from that one was 1068, and that's mainly down to the fact that he didn't do a whole lot of actual damage, but he did get some stun assists. So let's have a look at team score and see exactly where he came. Well, he was about mid-table because the top scorer was the VK3002M on their team, who managed 1,722 hit points, and he got a Confederate. Second highest damage turned out to be the Hellcat with 1,386, and the third highest, well, that was an M4A376 wet with 1,134. You can see Talon only got 782 damage, and yes, that's one of the reasons why he didn't get anything more really than the 3rd class and didn't get a huge amount of damage. Well, the game was over fairly quickly. When it came to kills, the top scorer was a KV2R, who managed 4 kills. 3 kills went to a VK3002M, the top scorer, and 2 kills went to our M4A376 wet and the Rudy Polish, who got 2 as well. Talon didn't get any kills at all in the game. When it came to base XP, he's way down the table again. The top scorer being the VK3002M, again with 1,060, the only player to get over 1,000. 724 went to the KV2R, and 655 to a T3485M, with Talon getting 531, which is way down. He only fired 12 shots in the game. He got 2 direct hits, no penetrations, but he did get 8 splash. Damage of 782, all of it at more than 300 meters. Didn't receive any damage from the enemy, but he did damage 6 of the enemy, and that's why he got the Confederate. 103 hit points of damage assistance, and 356 hit points of stun assist off 7 stuns. So he did get some assists, but not a huge amount actually, not as much as I thought he would get. On a premium count, he actually made 74,223 credits profit from that one, but that was mainly down to holiday ops, which gave him 51,714 credits, and he took away 1,641 experience points out of that game as well. So not a huge amount really, but it was a fast battle. You can see that, 7 minutes 22 seconds. So yes, at last he won a game. He was saying actually he was getting loads of games where they weren't winning. Maybe he was just on the wrong side on each time. But I think actually Arty players can, if you work hard enough, you can make your own luck in many ways by actually hitting as many of the enemies as you can to keep the enemy team stunned, and then let your teammates do the work for you by actually hitting those enemy tanks whilst they're stunned. So I'd say to Talon, keep at it, because it may be that you're just getting back into the flow of things after your illness, and it will come back to you. You will start getting the ace tankers again, and things will start going your way. And I'm looking forward to another week contest, because this actually took place on the 7th of December, or December 7th, I should say, because he's in America. And so there's going to be a new contest starting today on the 8th for the following week. So if Talon sends in a replay or Angelina, then it will obviously go towards the contest for the following week. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.